And I know everyone here is concerned about what's going to happen with some of our treaty partners and our neighbors to the far north that are facing displacement and extraction along the Ring of Fire. Communities like the Skandiga and Attawapiskat, they are immensely smaller than my own community, but they are equally as connected to the land. They care deeply about their relationship to the land, and they have every right to continue to live in those lands uninterrupted and basically unmolested by Ontario. And I'm so thrilled to see so many people that are waking up to this reality, that are willing to come out into the streets, into the heat, into this space to be able to say that we're not going to stand for this. I know that so many people here have witnessed what happened at 1492 Landback Lane at Six Nations, where Haudenosaunee land defenders were subjected to police violence, and the Ontario spent nearly $20 million policing that community of Haudenosaunee people, and guess what? The Haudenosaunee people are still there. And so together, we're going to stay here. We're going to defend our communities. We're going to defend our lands. We're going to stand in solidarity together. We're going to keep fighting until this bill is rescinded, until this legislation is not in place, till land theft is not made legal, to Indigenous people are not criminalized for simply living the lives that we should be allowed to live as people with basic human dignities, with our own solutions, our own government structures, our own clan families, our own languages, and we can finally see our people be made safe in our home territories. So I hope that everyone here is as motivated to create change as I am, are ready to stand in solidarity, are ready to mobilize, ready to learn from what's happening, and ready to see all the connections to where things that I'm really passionate about, land, environment, the safety of women and trans folks, that's where my heart lies. But I see some of my comrades doing so many amazing things, like fighting back against ICE deportations in the US, or doing really critical solidarity action with the Palestinians in Gaza, and doing so many of these things that are interconnected to one another. And we're going to stand in solidarity with one another. We're going to join each other in our fights. We're going to let one another lead when other people need to lead. We're going to learn from one another, and we're actually going to create the change ourselves that we want to see, so we can have safety, we can have community, and we can make sure all of our people and all of our communities are safe, that they're housed, that they're not facing displacement, that they're not facing the police violence, and that the impacts that we have here in Canada are not seen impacting negatively people around the world, like we see with Canadian bombs being used all over the world, and Canadian armed forces being taken all over the place. Like we have become a place where we are seeing the colonialism that we've been impacted by here in Canada extend to other parts of the world. So we're not just ending colonial violence here in Hamilton, we're ending it in Ontario, in Canada, and ending Canada's colonial influence globally. I'm so excited to see all of these different movements coming together, and I hope the folks are able to check out the work that we're doing really locally at Protect the Tract, to protect the Haldeman Tract, but there are also learning about each other, and that we have fun while we're doing it. So with that, I want to hand it off to our speaker, and thank you all for being here in Young.
And thank you, Hamilton. Man, everyone is coming out. I'd love to see the folks coming in as Courtney was kicking us off. Thank you so much, Courtney, from Protect the Tract, for getting us started. When Indigenous rights are under attack, what do? Oh yeah, this is not your first rally if you're here today. I'm so thrilled to see everybody. Like 10 days ago, I was hanging out with Pascal in her backyard, and we were saying, man, we should do a rally in Hamilton against Bill 5. And then here today we are. We have folks from the Hamilton District Labor Council. Where are you? Say hello. We have folks from Acorn. Where are you? Say hello. We have folks from opposition parties. The NDP and the Greens are here. Say hello. We have folks from Hamilton's environmental movement. If you're with 350 Environment Hamilton, or you're just our friends, say hello. So let's set some expectations. Courtney kicked us off. Next, we're going to have some elected officials come and talk to us. Then we're going to transition into our community partners who helped us host this rally. And then we're going to do a little march around. We're going to go wave our signs and our